Grand Rapids Griffins lead the AHL in points, entering the All-Star break.
Welcome to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast.
Welcome to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast. We are a podcast brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network. We are sponsored by DraftKings, and I'm one of your hosts, Connor.
I'm the other host, Kyle. We're a show by fans for fans. We are not officially partnered with the Grand Rapids Griffins or Detroit Red Wings. We are diehard Griffins fans and season ticket members looking to spread the news of the Grand Rapids Griffins so all the Detroit Red Wings fans can hear it.
Yeah, and a big shout out to the Hockey Podcast Network for making us official and everything so we can actually do this and justify spending all this time doing it. So thank you, Hockey Podcast Network. And yeah, so we reached the Olympic break for the NHL, which is really cool. You know, a lot of people are actually talking about the Olympics this year. Last year, USA facing Canada was a really cool thing. Canada won last year, and everyone's ready. But we have Edwards Tralmax from the Grand Rapids Griffins going to Team Latvia. So that'll be cool for him to support his home country.
Yeah, well-deserved, and gosh, what a pleasure to have here in Grand Rapids. Edward Tralmax, we'll be looking for him to be blowing up the scoreboard over there for Team Latvia. So keep your eyes out for him. Then, of course, we got Mo Seider for Germany, Lucas Raymond for Sweden, and Dylan Larkin for USA. So obviously we'll be watching those guys as well. And yeah, at this point, I'm rooting for whoever makes it. I'm kind of just excited to watch some good national hockey.
I'm rooting for USA. So, in other news, we have the All-Star games coming up this weekend for the AHL. It's hosted in Rockford, Illinois. You can actually buy tickets for it if you go to AHL.com. You can find some tickets. It's kind of during the week, and it's a long track. So if you can't make the track, then you can go on Flow TV and watch it there. And most people who have Griffin season members have Flow TV. If you watch the Griffins, you probably have Flow TV. So pretty cool. It's a fun time to watch. There's some scrimmages and everything. It's really fun.
Yeah, and for the All-Stars, the Grand Rapids Griffins have Sebastian Kosa, John Leonard, and Dominic Shine. And the coach of the Central Division will be Dan Watson. So look forward to seeing those representatives from the Grand Rapids Griffins in the All-Star matchups.
Yeah, so we'll get into our injury report. We have Carter Mazur is finally starting to skate, which is a huge news. He's had a very unfortunate time getting injured 3 times in a row. Same injury this year. We're really glad to be having him back here soon. Hopefully he can get right back in the flow of things. But in other news, we have Buman and Lombardi have been back for a minute now. We haven't had a regular episode, so we didn't really get to cover on that much. But both of them are back, and they're good additions to the team. And then we have John Leonard is injured. He's been out for a few games now. Hopefully more news will come on that. Then William Legacian went down for a minute, skated off on his own health in the last Checkers game. We'll see what's going on with that. Nothing reported. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, and then we got a couple contracts that have been dished out through the Red Wings organization. Sheldon Dries earns himself a 2-year, 2-way contract for the Detroit Red Wings. So look forward to seeing Sheldon Dries for 2 more seasons here in a Red Wing or Griffins jersey. So congratulations there. We got Alex Kannok-Leipert getting a year extension for his Grand Rapids contract. So excited to see that we'll get another year of the feisty Alex Knockout Leipert here in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, and that's just really cool getting Sheldon Dries under contract because Dominic Shine was actually just signed too. So having them for the next couple of years is going to be really cool. They kind of have been the veterans on this team to build this culture, and having them signed up and sealed for a couple of years is going to sustain some success here, I think.
Yeah,
So-
and then the last one we got to mention here, it looks like Chad Hillenbrand will be traveling across seas to play for Slovakia or a Slovakian team, as he has signed a contract across seas. So looks like no more Chad Hillenbrand for Toledo or Grand Rapids in our time of need. So that is unfortunate. He was a Western Michigan guy. So thanks for your contributions, making some good hockey memories here in West Michigan.
Yeah, I thought he looked really good. He got 2 goals here. They were really, really good goals. So he definitely contributed. Well, thank you for your time. And yeah, let's get on to some of the Griffin stats and the Central Division standings and all that kind of stuff.
So first things first, we're going to go over the last couple games for the Grand Rapids Griffins. We'll go back to the matchup we had against Chicago, where we had a home and home. Griffins played Chicago Wolves at home and then traveled to Chicago, where Griffins got beat up pretty bad. Probably the worst game of the season for the Griffins, that first game against the Wolves there, and struck back on the second game in Chicago. So what do you think of that matchup?
Yeah, we kind of pulled a Uno reverse on them. It was really cool because we talked to Tom Ray from Storm Tracker and about the Chicago Wolves, and kind of felt like I knew the team a little more. And it definitely was a great matchup. Both teams like 5-2 and then 5-2. I'm excited for the next matchup, them being the second place team under the Griffins. It's just going to be a big rivalry between us for the rest of the year here.
Yeah, and then notably, Amadeus Lombardi with a 3-point game there in that second game against the Chicago Wolves. So good job, Lombardi, on getting that one. Definitely deserved first star in that game. Then we played the Milwaukee Admirals on a Tuesday, February 3rd. And again, 5-2. Griffins victorious in this one as well.
Then we go to the Charlotte Checkers. We travel to North Carolina to battle them. First night was a 7 p.m. puck drop. That game, the Griffins were shut out by the Checkers. The Griffins' worst nightmare, the same goalie to give the Griffins their first regulation loss. Black, he's a really good.
Cooper Black, he has been spectacular when he has played us so far this year. He ended up with a 27 save shutout against the Grand Rapids Griffins. So really good performance against us, against the Griffins. And we end up moving into Saturday, where the Griffins are able to put 5 goals on the Charlotte Checkers, and they are only able to score 2. And the Griffins walk away victorious Saturday, February 7th.
Yeah, kind of the same thing as the Chicago series, like Kyle was kind of saying. Kind of got the crap kicked out of us the first night, and the second night we made the adjustments and we won, going away feeling good. So that's good to see. And yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Key goals from Alex Doucette in that one. And Michael Brenzegnigar with a solid assist there. And then Nate Danielson and Sheldon Dries with third period goals to run away with that one.
Yeah, I just enjoy playing other teams than the teams in our division, like Charlotte and Toronto this year. Were fun to play.
Yeah, and the game were exciting. There's a lot of physical activity after the play. Seemed like first matchup in Grand Rapids, they were a little bit more mutually respectful of each other. And then by the fourth matchup, it was throwing fists and let's go. And we're going to probably go head to head here again soon in the, maybe even in the Calder Cup finals. So we'll cover the Central Division now, go into the standings, where the Griffins have 45 games played at this point. They have 35 wins, 7 losses, 2 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss, where they have 73 points. In second place, we have the Chicago Wolves with 54 points. In third place, we have the Texas Stars with 48 points. In fourth place, we have the Manitoba Moose with 47 points. In 5th place, we have the Milwaukee Admirals with 42 points. In 6th place, we have the Rockford Ice Hogs with 38 points. And in 7th place, the Iowa Wild at the bottom with 31 points.
Yeah, crazy. Stars started the season on the way bottom, and they have made it up to 3rd place. That's crazy to see. They're absolutely on fire right now. So yeah, Chicago staying there solid in 2nd, and then Milwaukee kind of dropping down a little bit. Rockford staying there.
Yeah, and that matchup with Chicago proved to be fiercely competitive, so we'll have to watch out for them as the season goes along. They're not going anywhere. So we'll jump over to the Grand Rapids Griffins points, where we have John Leonard in the lead with 40 points. We have Sheldon Dreiss in 2nd place with 31 points. We have Dominic Shine in 3rd place with 29 points. Michael Brentz-Ignegaard in 4th place with 25 points, and Edwards Traumax with 24 points.
Yep, and then we'll move on to goals. We have John Leonard far ahead of everyone else with 26 goals. Edwards Traumax in 2nd with 18 goals. 3rd place, we have Sheldon Dreiss with 17 goals. 4th place, we have Dominic Shine with 15. And in 5th place, we have Austin Watson with 10.
And we'll cover the goalies for Grand Rapids as well. We have Sebastian Kosa on top of the Grand Rapids Griffins, leading in games played with 26. He has 20 wins, a goals against average of 1.99, and a save percentage of 0.928. Michael Bastava has played 13 games. He has 8 wins, a goals against average of 1.75, and a save percentage of 0.937. Tremendous numbers there for Michael Bastava upon returning from injury mid-season. And we got to mention Carter Geilander as well. He's got 7 games played, a goals against average of 1.57, and a save percentage of 0.943. So great numbers across the board for your Grand Rapids Griffins goalies.
Yeah, great goalie room this year. So let's get into our hot and cold segment. So in this segment, we like to pick a player who is fiery hot, and then we like to pick a player who is cold, who is not living up to expectation, and then we like to pick a random player, randomly generate a number, and match it to a jersey number. So we're going to start with hot. Kyle, who has been hot?
Today we're going to discuss Edwards Traumax, the Olympian, the only Griffin going to the Olympics to perform for Latvia. So congratulations to him on that nomination, and best of luck in those matchups.
And hopefully a safe return back to the Griffins.
So Edward Traumax, he has played in 44 games for the Grand Rapids Griffins, which is, I believe, all but one. He has 18 goals, 6 assists for 24 points, and a plus-minus 19. So he has been plus 19. Impressive across the board. He's number 2 on the team in plus-minus. So impressive stuff as a forward. I mean, that's like the defense normally is leading the team in plus-minus, but Edward Traumax manages to put himself in a positive position on the ice, as well as getting himself 18 goals along the way.
And that's second also on the team. Yeah, Edward Traumax has been a huge part of this team. I'm interested to see how they rebound without him and how they play without him. Obviously, we got Amadeus Lombardi back and Shai Boom in the lineup, so that fills the gap, hopefully. So, yeah, he's been hot. He's been absolutely great, an absolute awesome addition to the Griffins this year.
Yeah, and he's got a cannon of a shot that's been super fun to watch him get one-timers and then unleash them. And with the addition of him and some of these other really physical players, he might not be the most physical guy, but geez, he's a big fella and he will run right through you. Kind of plays like a fullback.
He kind of barrels right down on the net and gets right in the face and has a great forecheck also. So nice to see him play.
Yeah, a very aggressive forward and very solid defensively. So very good two-way. Love to see it. He's been hot for sure. Edwards Trollmax.
Now we're gonna get into cold. Who do we got for cold, Kyle?
So not necessarily cold, but just off to a little bit of a cold start. We got Shai Bloom we're going to talk about. So Shai Bloom came in. So far, the reason we got to talk about it is right off the top, he's -7. And that is very far down the list on the plus minus for Grand Rapids Griffins. Obviously, he wasn't part of the super positive beginning of the season. So now we're looking at Shai Bloom as he comes on, as the Griffins have been in a little bit of a struggle here in January. And yeah, he's got the -7, and it shows. He's collected 4 assists, so it looks like he's finding his way offensively as a defenseman, but it looks like he's been left out to dry as well by some of these plays that the offense loses the puck in the neutral zone. And let's say a 2-on-1 just kind of has burned Shai Bloom here a couple times. So
Yeah, it's hard to jump into a room that's been vibing so well. I mean, obviously, he's jumping into the room of the best team in the AHL right now. And when something's going good, you don't necessarily change it and hope for the best. So inserting someone else who hasn't really done anything all year due to injury, it's like you don't have that trust or confidence right away, and they don't have the trust and confidence in you, and there's just that little void. But I think you'll get over it. I think he had a great training camp. He almost made the Red Wings almost. He looked like one of the best prospects out there. So I'm not worried about it. National champion at Denver. So yeah, I'm not worried. I think he's gonna step it up here, and he's gonna increase his offensive play and his defensive play, and he'll be an all-around player.
yeah, I agree 100%. It looks like we're starting to see a little more of that Shai Bloom that we've been used to. He has had some really nice plays, especially when it comes to pinching and kind of shutting down the offensive attack before it even becomes a thing. But yeah, just a little bit of a cold start. That's why he's on here on cold today.
So we're gonna randomly generate a number. Right, our random number generator. We got number 77, Tyler Engel. Tyler Engel's played 40 games for the Grand Rapids Griffins. He's got 4 goals, 15 assists with 19 points. For me, I think he's done great. When I really noticed him to start the season, he seemed like a real standout. And then kind of here lately, me and Kyle both kind of mentioned it kind of seemed like he's been a little invisible, and we need to keep more of an eye on him. And as we kept more of an eye on him, we noticed all the amazing things he does, like all the little tricky moves with his stick and all the passes that are in perfect spots and all the defensive responsibilities and puck away. He's a great player. I'd say he's hot. He's been doing good. If not hot, getting hotter as he goes.
Yeah, Engel, you can just tell he's one of those more mature players. He's got an awareness to him that it's a little above some of the younger guys for sure, and just the ability to make some of the quicker moves on defensemen that just kind of silky smooth with his stick there. He's got some good offensive ability and just a very well-mannered mindset defensively. He plays very conservatively. He's not rushing plays too much, and yeah, he's very calm with the puck. He knows what to do, and he knows how to make a guy miss. So it's been fun watching Tyler Engel go this year, and it's a pleasure to have him on the Griffins.
Yeah. All right, we'll get into our next segment after DraftKings.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is built for the fastest game on ice. With player props, live betting, every shift, every shot, every save gives you options to get in on the game with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers, bet $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sports app and use code XXX. That's code XXX to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas. Wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Copyright 2026 NHL. All rights reserved.
So we're getting to Griffins earning their wings. This segment we like to talk about Griffins or former Griffins who are on their way to earning their wings or have earned their wings. Pretty much just talk about Griffins alumni or a former Griffins player on his way to the NHL. So we're going to talk about Ante Tuomisto. There's been a lot of attention on Sebastian Cossa, and I feel like we kind of covered that on our last midseason preview pretty good. So we're going to talk about Tuomisto today. He's led the Grand Rapids Griffins for 2 years in a row in points for the defenseman. He's kind of been our guy. He was the second-round pick after Morty Sider for Steve Yzerman's first draft year. So he's been around. I mean, I think he could do some good stuff. What do you think, Al?
Ante Tuomisto, he's been a night in, night out contributor for the Grand Rapids Griffins. Been solid 2 years in a row, like you said, for the Grand Rapids Griffins, leading them in points for defensemen. Been really looking forward to him kind of maybe getting an opportunity eventually down the line here. I know he's not the speediest defenseman. Maybe that's what the Red Wings are looking at. But at this point in this room, I think he's the next guy ready to go. Contract situation being probably what's holding him down. He's a Grand Rapids contract guy now. So the Detroit Red Wings would have to offer him another contract for him to go up. And honestly, I think it's something that they might be interested in doing. Maybe get him a 2-way contract, something like they dialed up for Sheldon Dries.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to give him a chance up there, 100%. I mean, I see a lot of people complaining about Hamonic and some other guys up there. So I think you could never know until a guy tries it. If he gets toasted, send him back down. There's nothing to lose, really.
Yeah, and like we said, 44 games for Tuomisto. He's got 7 goals, 12 assists for 19 points. He's a plus 18. Very well-rounded across the board there. 7 goals, looking nice as a defenseman. And, yeah, it looks like he's really dialed in that clapper he's got. That thing's a bomb when it goes off. And, unfortunately, some goalies have been in the way of that thing. And, yeah, so 7 goals for him this year. That's looking nice. Like to see that go up even more. And I know a lot of people want to hear about William Valinder, too. I think, yeah, he probably is the better skater between the two. But I think Tuomisto's just found a way with his body positioning, his stick skills, and just being able to be a contributor on special team to kind of be in the hotter prospect target range.
Yeah, I would. If I had to pick one of them, I'd pick Tuomisto at this point. All right, let's move on to. We're going to start doing this about halfway through the season when there's actually stats to some of these players in the pipeline. Carter Bear for this one. Carter Bear, the first-round pick of the last year's draft for the Detroit Red Wings. He is assistant captain of the Everett Silvertips. He's played 36 games this year. He has 23 goals, 26 assists, and 49 points. So 49 points in 36 games and a plus 24. So Carter Bear's looking absolutely amazing. He's got that scoring touch. He's got that fast, aggressive play style. It's really exciting because he might be one of the guys that can come over and be an addition to the Grand Rapids Griffins come playoff time. And I think he would fit in very nicely to this roster. And, with the additions of maybe Carter Mazur and him coming, it would kind of give us a really good shot at winning a cup here. Or, you never know. Sometimes they don't fit right in. Like Danielson came in the playoffs and he played one game and the Griffins kind of benched him after that. But, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Carter Bear's been super exciting. Like, as mentioned, he's had multiple 3-point nights, one of them being a hat trick over there for the Silver Tips recently. So, yeah, he started to build that buzz. He missed most of the first half of the season with an injury, and looks like he's back to full strength now and letting it rip. So it's exciting to see one of these players with potential to come over to the Griffins at the end of this season for our playoff push. And yeah, you'd love to see this kid in the Griffins jersey coming down here and showing us what he's got. And he's on the same kind of pace as looks like T.J. Ginla, who was also a really high pick in the first round. So someone to kind of compare and follow as they go through the WHL. Carter Berry, yeah, super high potential. There's a lot of buzz around this kid coming in.
Yeah, I mean, he was picked 13th overall by the Red Wings, so obviously just out of the top 10, and I think he was one of the best projects. Yeah, so that's going to be our first player in the pipeline for this year. We'll stop around the league and around the world and see who we got next week. All right, so we're going to get into the AHL. That wraps up all of our Griffins and pipeline stuff. We're going to get into the AHL for those who are interested in the AHL, and then we'll wrap it up with the penalty box.
We'll go for the league standings first. You got the Grand Rapids Griffins leading the AHL with 73 points. The Providence Bruins are catching up. They have 71 points, so no longer far behind, as the Griffins have been on a little bit of a slump recently. So hopefully we can get back at it to maintain that number one spot, because Providence Bruins are kicking it. And
Yep, and then not far behind them in third place, you got the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins with 68 points. In fourth place, the Ontario Reign with 64 points. In fifth place, the Colorado Eagles with 63 points. In sixth place, the Laval Rocket with 62 points. Seventh place, the Bakersfield Condors with 57 points. And in eighth place, the Syracuse Crunch with 56 points. In ninth place, the Charlotte Checkers, 55 points. And in 10th place, the San Jose Barracuda with 55 points. So those are your top 10. The Checkers we played. Grand Rapids Griffins played them, so we can kind of gauge how we fare in the league playing against a top 10 team from another division, and we matched them 1-1. So we can get into the player stats.
we'll talk about points first, where Laurent Dauphin for the Laval Rocket is leading the AHL in points with 53 points. In second place, we have Arthur Kalaev from the Belleville Senators with 49 points. So in third place, we have Logan Morrison with the Coachella Valley Firebird with 46 points. So tied with Jacob Pelletier and Alex R.A. Boulette for the Colorado Eagles. Jacob Pelletier for the Syracuse Crunch. All three of those players with 46 points. That'll be your top five for the AHL.
And then for your goals, you have Arthur Kailev with 29 goals. You have John Leonard in second with 26 goals. You have Quinn Hudson with 24 from the Bakersfield Condors. You have Isaac Rosen from the Americans, 24, and you have Logan Morrison in fifth with 23 from the Coachella Valley Firebirds.
We'll look at the goalies as well in the AHL. Michael DiPietro for the Providence Bruins. Now number one in goalies with a save percentage of 0.943 and a goals against average of 1.62. Then Sebastian Cossa, we have a save percentage from Sebastian Cossa. He has a save percentage of 0.928 and a goals against average of 1.99 in second place. So in third place, we have Sergei Murashov from the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. He has a save percentage of 0.92 and a goals against average of 2.11. In fourth place, we have Caden Premu from the Chicago Wolves, stepping up into this bunch with a save percentage of 0.916 and a goals against average of 2.51. And then in fifth place, we have Jacob Fowler for the Laval Rocket with a save percentage of 0.914 and a goals against average of 2.26.
Yeah, so the only other thing really in the AHL news is the All-Star game. So that is actually February 8th, 2026 at 5 p.m. So check that out. Get your tickets at theahl.com, and that should get us into our final segment, the penalty box. So this is the final segment of every episode. We like to end it on a fun note and put the biggest idiot of the week into the sin bin for a 2-minute minor, 4-minute double minor, 5-minute major, or game misconduct. Kyle, who are you throwing into the penalty box?
Well, I am going to be throwing the Charlotte Checkers into the penalty box for having $2 beer night on a Wednesday. What are they encouraging and why? Like, it's Wednesday and we're selling beers for $2. Like, do you think that's gonna limit the amount of beers because it's on Wednesday? No, they're probably just gonna drink them. And you got these cool cups, these cool
Yeah, those
hockey
are really
stick
cool
cups.
cups.
We should get some of those too, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be cool for our get $2 beer cups.
Just for giggles and whatnot. But like, that'd be fun to have. But like, $2 beers on Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't think that's the best.
That wouldn't fly well here in Grand Rapids, I can tell you that right now.
Probably not. How long in the box?
We'll just keep it to a 2-minute minor.
Alrighty. So who I got in the box? I got Gavin McKenna, the NHL's #1 prospect, the pretty much overall consensus #1 draft pick, generational talent. Gets drunk in a bar fight and punches someone in the face. So he is facing felonies, and yeah, not a good look. This might mess with his draft stock, and he is facing jail time possibly. Don't ever let being the #1 guy get to your head, because it could all be taken away very fast, and it's just really sad to see someone like that with such talent getting obnoxious and drunk and fighting someone.
Yeah, I do believe the charges were dropped, so he will not be spending any jail time. He's free to go, per se. But I hope you learned a lesson in all this. Maybe don't be just punching random people at the bar when you have such a good career that you can have lined up ahead of you. Don't mess it up, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a 5-minute major. Don't do that stuff. Have fun in the box. All right, that should wrap us up for this episode. We have some upcoming games. We have the Texas Stars coming to town after the All-Star games the week. Well, there's a 5-day break. We have the Texas Stars on Friday night for $2 beer, $2 hot dogs, and then on Sunday night we have them return at 4 p.m. for another game. So there's $1 ice cream and $1 Pepsi. Well, Pepsi products. So come on down. Also, me and Kyle as the Griffins Pipeline, are going to be at the Ada Extravaganza. It's a fun event. There's about 90 plus different local businesses. Me and Kyle are putting on a hockey demo. You can come up and shoot a puck at our goalie. You can come check out, talk hockey, and you can enter in our grand prize. Our grand prize is 2 tickets to the Grand Rapids Griffins game, 2 hat trick hats, Griffins Pipeline hats, and then you got a Nate Danielson signed puck. So that's a big package there. So come on out, come see us, and get into that drawing. And till next time, go Griffins.
Go Griffins.
Thank you for listening to the Griffins Pipeline podcast. If you enjoyed the show, give us a 5-star review. We are part of the Hockey Podcast Network. We are not partnered with the Grand Rapids Griffins, Detroit Red Wings, or Toledo Walleye. We are not experts. We are just die-hard fans looking to make a community with others alike. Let's go Griffins Nation. Join the fun, like and follow us on Facebook and X, or call into the show and have your opinion heard 1-616-319-1175. Thank you. Grand Rapids Griffins, Toledo Walleye, and Detroit Red Wings. Players, coaches, websites, and social media. Thank you AHL.com, NHL.com, ETL.com, EliteProspects.com, and anyone else putting out information on the teams. Until next time, go Griffins. Go Red Wings, go Walleye.